Hi, I'm Sherry from Homeschooling on a Wing and a Prayer blog. This is just an update video on how I am doing with the homeschool scheduling. Let me put it to you this way. This is a very real, honest video. I'm not doing too good. Well, I wasn't doing too good. All right, first of all, before I go any further, I just wanted to point out again, if you didn't see it before, I did purchase the Create 365 larger covers. They're 8.5 by 11. You can find them over in the planning sections of like Michael's, probably Hobby Lobby. I haven't looked at Joann's. Use your coupon, use your teacher discount. I purchased this and I think it was under $7 for the 3 covers, which was a smoking deal. So as you can see, I still have one available to pull together. This one I am using, and I'll explain what I'm using it for in a few minutes. I have the smaller little rings, and I'm very excited that I suddenly thought of this. It solved a problem I had, so we'll get to that in a minute. All right, here is epic failure numero uno. There we go. As you can see, objectives at a glance are, well, that both pages are completely, utterly empty. So I guess that means I have absolutely no objectives for the year. I did get this from Tina's Homeschool, Dynamic Homeschool Plus. I'll put the link down below. You may have to be a member or like signed up for her emails. It's free, it's no big deal, and you get access to all kinds of goodies. She does a great job. I always want to do a shout out to Tina, so thank you for your hard work. Apparently her hard work has gone unnoticed by me, as you can see. This will sit here for next year, and maybe I will actually start filling that in. Yeah, sad. I am, however, working diligently in the semester planning. So here I'm just kind of, this is how my brain works. I just kind of etch out some things. I'm trying to work on my history unit. I start keeping track of things. I haven't done anything there. Let's see. Oopsie. Again, just making notes. This is all for my own benefit. I just need to write down things because if I don't, I forget. The curriculum and stuff for next year. This is what we're kind of working on this year. I'll have to put a new one of these in. Sorry about this. This is like the 50th time I've done this video. There's been problems galore today. Oh well. All right, here I write down things that I think I would like or possibly could use, or have some things and I need some things. This is just my work it all out place. Some things like the presidential notebook I have actually purchased already, and when I have all of my curriculum for next year, I will do a video. This is one I'm very excited about. I can't wait to see this. Also, you know, I'm just kind of filling in things, whatever. Just because it's here doesn't mean I'll use it. The extras, that sure would be nice. Sure would be nice, wouldn't they? As you can see, I'm completely blank on those, although I'm sure if I give myself some time, I can come up with some whoppers. I will. Don't worry, I will. I'm just starting to fill in supplies to order from these different companies. Like Rainbow Resource and Amazon, you can do your wish list and you can print, I know you can print rainbows, and I do that. And I put everything I think I'd ever like and then some. I print it up and then I go back through and I circle and highlight the things that I know that I really, really need, and then I star or whatever things I'd like to have. That way I'm not over purchasing, and it does kind of help you kind of think before you purchase. And that's, again, a whole nother video, and it's a good one to have before conventions. I will try and get that up before those start. Most of them will be in like April, May, and June. Sorry, I needed a sip of water. It's very dry in this house. So as you can see, I'm just starting to write down a few things that I would maybe need or would like to have. That way, when I find something astounding, I know who it is that has it, because I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh, that was great. Where did I see that? I'm just, again, just penning down some notes to myself. This is the section. I had taken the cover that I originally made and put it here to kind of break into the area that I have now in here. What happens was I have the contents and schedule pages from the different type of programs we're using. And so when I was scheduling, I was constantly flipping back and forth, and it was becoming so annoying. I could have removed the pages while I was scheduling and then tucked them back in, but on the thinner paper, you know, your typical copy paper, it will weaken the area there, and I didn't want to lose them or have that happen. So I had this already done and pulled together for The answer keys for those programs I have that are either on downloads or they're on a CD. I do not like referring to the computer to get all of those things. I like to print out a couple weeks or months or units worth, and then I keep them in here and then just add as needed. Well, I did have room to put this in here, so I moved the curriculum, table of contents, and assignment charts here. So this way I can have this, set it kind of off to the side, and then I can flip through it easily without having to flip back and forth. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. I've been a little busy. What I did do is take a real thin, cheaper tabs, and because it's thin, I was able to, one at a time, punch with the 365 punch. It's the pink one, but you have to be careful, go slow. I was able to do it no problems. And then I have these to separate. What I do, again, I'll either do the table of contents or I will do some of them, like the master books, have a schedule for you already, and then I just copy off, you know, a couple pages worth. You don't need the whole thing. The problem is once you have like 5, 6, 7, 8 different curriculum guides, teacher's guides, you got this big bulky thing you got to haul around, and then you're flipping through trying to find what it was you were looking for. It's so much easier just to make a quick copy, put in one or two, and then you can mark it up and not ruin your teacher's guide, and you can keep track of things. It's much more compact, and when you're done, you tear it out and put something new in. So that's how I roll, people. That's hopefully a helpful tip to you. It's what I do, and then there you go. It's ready to go. The only thing I do have over here is I've been moving the book reading lists from the previous months into here just so I can keep track. The thing was, I was noticing I was writing down any shows or movies that he was watching, and I didn't really have a place specifically for that, and I talked about this in my update video. So I did create this visual media tracker. I just used MS Word and, you know, the little thingies that you can use on there. You could easily create this yourself. What I did is just, all I need for my own personal is when we did it, the source, what course it falls under, and the title. It's general, it's for me. I use this when I'm finalizing their grades and working in outside activities into their course. So this is a whole nother video. I will not have time to get to this probably until next year, but it is a good one. I thought of it when I was doing this. I will show you that you don't need to accomplish everything in, say, just their freshman year. You don't need to accomplish everything for that particular class in their junior year and what have you. What you can do, like, for instance, the presidential debates, election day, and inauguration day. That was huge, and he will not have that during the year he graduates. So I wanted to be sure he watched that, and then I could put that down as hours watched, time, events watched, whatever, credit for his government course. But we don't do government courses in my homeschool until they are seniors. This will just sit here and wait, nice and polite, and when I pull together his final grade, I will add in those hours and that time and effort that he went into to get to watch those. I have things like history, art, religion, Bible. The Star of Bethlehem is a study we did, which was also astronomy, so that can also go into his science when we do astronomy. Things like that. And I'll just keep these here and just keep building it up, and when I go back to create the grade for that particular course, I have it all listed, easy to find. Here is epic fail numero 2. All right, weekly schedule. I did okay the first few months. Christmas came. January, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this. First week of January, I didn't do too bad. I didn't write everything out. We weren't at full scale at that point. Just because it's not written down doesn't mean it didn't happen. I just kind of was doing the big points. Following week, not so much. Third week, I beefed it up a little bit more. And here's my birthday week. As you can see, apparently my birthday gift to myself was not writing a thing down. Now, it's not like we didn't do school. We did 4 days worth. Just didn't write it down. And it snowballed to the final week. Uh-oh. Think that was bad? Final, okay, we're into February. Snowballing. Oh, didn't write a single book that he read down there. I do know what he read. He has a separate list. I can write that in somewhere else. Okay. Oh, look at this. Yep. Entire month of February. Not a single scratch of information. I went to the trouble of putting this cute little washi tape, getting it all ready, and didn't even use it once. That's bad. What I will do is keep this in here. All I need to do is put a new February for 2018 section on here. I'll just tape it on, no big deal. And there we go, we're all set. February's ready to rock and roll for next year. So I'm not gonna, cry over it. I just was a little disappointed in myself that I never bothered to write a thing down. It's okay, I'll live. It just goes to show you that I'm not necessarily very good at writing everything down, even though we are doing it. I don't know, maybe it's because I've been doing this so long and I can kind of keep it running in my head. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being resistant. I think that might be the answer. So for March, I said, you know what? I need to get serious. So I'm starting to keep track. I went ahead Sunday and I did the first couple weeks basic scheduling. I didn't have everything with me. It was later in the evening, so I still have some sticky notes where I need to figure stuff out and add in things. But it's a better start than, say, nothing for February. A lot of people will do sticky notes, and then if they don't do it, they'll just tear it off and put it into the next week. I don't necessarily do that because then why go through all the trouble of having all these pages when you're leaving them blank? And sometimes I need to refer back to them. So I like to write it down, and I only use the sticky notes for things I can easily find out and then write down. What happens when we do it? I check it off. What happens if we don't get to it? I'll just scratch it out or add it in there and go from there. This is for me. It's not for anybody else to see, so I'm not too worried about how ugly it can look with the scritches and the scratches and stuff. I did not schedule too much in that third week because I don't want to overdo it, because then I know at this point there will be a lot of changes. So the first 2 weeks I try and put as much as I can. I'll go in and add and beef it up. Then when I get to this point, I can carry over and start again and schedule out the rest of March. It's completely blank. I went ahead and printed up April, May, and June's pages. I did get April's all cute and washi taped. Can you see that? Yeah. I do get this washi tape from Michael's using my coupons and sales and all that kind of stuff, if you're wondering. This is all nice and spring looking, kind of encouraged me to get back here, and it's all bright and sunny like. And after this weird winter, I need something like that. May is not completed yet. I started it. I gotta finish it. I have all the weeks for May printed out. I'm pretty sure we will definitely go to the end. But here it is, Memorial Day week. The thing is, at this point, we're only gonna, most of the middle to the end of May, it's just things we're wrapping up. If we finish something, we're just done with it. So this will be lighter scheduled because there won't be as much to do. And then at this point, for sure, I'll know how many weeks we'll have left for June. I did print up 1 or 2. I haven't done anything. I'm hoping to please Lord, be done by the end of the first week. I'm hoping. At the very most, I have to be done by this week. I have so much going on this year with the wedding, and I know at this point we're going to start hitting panic. The wedding is in November, but that doesn't matter. There's so many things you really have to start clicking and getting things done on time. And I also need a good month to really fine-tune my history unit, get all my printing done, get everything set up, because I know in September through the early part of November, it's going to be super crazy around here. So anything I can get done ahead of time, I want to get done. Let me just take a look, see where we're at here. Okay, we're getting kind of close. All right, so there you have it. That's how we've been doing with our scheduling for this. Like, I thought I'd just share my real moments with you. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave them down below. I will leave links to playlists that talk about how I created this and the link for Tina's website as well. Until next time, folks, thanks for stopping by and take care.